Good morning everybody and welcome to this week's video. Today we are in the beautiful port or fjord of Hellisat and the sun is definitely starting to come out. It's going to be a warmish day, around 21 degrees this afternoon. We got here at 7 AM and we leave at 4 PM and today we are doing the rib ride. And we booked this one independently and we paid £103 in total for two of us to go on the rib ride, which is about an hour and a half long. We booked the same thing through P&O for £109 each, so more than double the price if you book via P&O. And the interesting thing about most of these ports is that the ride is just outside the port gate, so it's not like you're going to worry about getting back in time. So obviously we'll take you along with us. I'm not sure how much of that I'm going to be able to film because I'll be holding on for dear life, but we'll take it on. Let me just show you the view from our balcony. And here is the port. We don't actually go on our rib ride until 11 o'clock and it's still early in the morning, so we are going to go for a walk around town before we book in for our 11 AM ride. Hi, we're James and Rob and this is our dog Oscar. We love travel in all its forms, so join us on our next adventure as we head out on the road again. So we thought we would come down to the Quays for breakfast this morning and we both ordered an omelette. I ordered a ham, cheese and tomato omelette. And that's what it looks like. Definitely not going to get fat on that. I might need to go and get some other things afterwards, but we'll eat that and let you know what it's like. So before we get off the ship we thought we'd come and get some views from the top deck, and you can see the waterfall that runs through the centre of town, and looks like that's where all the boats are over there. Some lovely properties nestled in the hills, and I guess the main part of the town is there, so it doesn't look like there's that much to do unless you get away from here. You can see people getting on the hop-on, hop-off bus. You can actually get to Gehrenga Ford from here, which is where we're passing through later on, so some people will be doing that. And we are going to get off and have a wander around and then get on our rib ride, which is there's a rib ride there. There's one on this side as well. So we are off the ship, on the boat, just having a wander around the town, which is nice, with that waterfall in the middle of it, but it's not the prettiest of places. I think Gehrenga Ford, where we've been before, is prettier and we'll be passing through that later, but I suspect they limit the number of ships that can come in at any time, which is probably why we're here. But it gives you a sense of the place. Of course there's lots of gift shops, souvenir shops around the port, understandably. And of course there is the pretty spectacular waterfall running through the centre of town, and I suspect we'll climb up there to get a different perspective. Now you can see Iona in the background nestled against the hills. Wow, we just climbed all the way up, so I'm out of breath, but what a great view of the ship against the hills and the waterfall and the low hanging cloud over there. Worth to climb up here, definitely get my steps in today. So we're gonna take a walk down now to get to the rib. A better view as we climb down with a low hanging cloud over a very still fjord there and the angry waterfall here, the boat there, and things there. So it is a lovely day today. It's going to be about 21 and mostly sunny, so it's certainly starting to get warm now as we exercise and climb up and down the hill. And as I said, now we're heading down towards the Rib Boat, which is a few hundred yards away from the exit on the left. As you come out the security gate from the ship, you turn left, and then there's some black tents, and that's where we are going. Okay, we are getting ready to go on this Rib Boat, and James and I look super sexy. Smile at the camera. Let me show you what we're wearing today. James is modelling a nice green waterproof suit with a blue life vest. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to video much once we are on the boat, but I'll certainly tell you what it was like afterwards. We're off. Great views of
on our port side or left side we have the 7 sisters, and today we're lucky, so we almost have 8 sisters. And the water drops from around 260 meters in height, and some places in this fjord is actually 260 meters deep, so it's quite a deep fjord. And the amount of water in the waterfalls, it really depends on how much it rains, and this has been a rainy summer, so you're lucky, and how much snow that's melting. But now there's almost no snow left in the mountain.
Well, that was an awful lot of fun and highly recommend doing the rib tour. Wasn't too bouncy, but you did get an amazing view of the fjords and the mountains and just what a stunning country Norway is. We are back on the boat on our balcony, and we decided to go for a drink in the coffee area on deck 6, and we placed an order with a waiter, but we must have waited about 40 minutes to get our drink, so it would have probably been quicker to go in the takeaway line. I guess a lot of people had the same idea as us. Oh, I've got hay fever. Had got the same idea as us when they got back on the ship, because we were a bit cold after that rib. But anyway, listen, highly recommend doing the rib ride. As I say, we booked it privately, and just to give you a sense that this is on our balcony, and that's the place right there where you do the rib tour, so it's not exactly far to go, and we literally paid half the price or less than half the price by booking it directly. So again, in the notes connected to this video I will put the links. So we're going to have a chilled afternoon. We sail away at 4 PM today, and we pass through Grenga Ford, so hopefully I'll be able to capture some of that. And then this evening we are eating in the Glass House, which is another specialty restaurant that we haven't eaten in yet, so of course we'll take you with you and let you know what we think of it. Farewell to Hellasat after a beautiful day, both in terms of weather and also in terms of what we did. We are now slowly reversing back before we swing out. We thought we booked the Glass House for dinner tonight, but it turns out we didn't, and you can't book it, you just join the queue. So we're thinking about going to the Keeling Cow for dinner, but obviously we'll take you along whatever we decide, depends on how long the queues are. But meanwhile, we're going to watch the sail away. The sun's been on our balconies all afternoon, so it's been lovely sitting out here. But of course, once we turn round, it'll be behind us and probably get chilly again. Anyway, let's watch the sail away. So we decided to come down to the Keeling Cow for dinner tonight. We haven't eaten here for dinner before. You join the queue. What number were you in the queue originally? 16. About 16, but it only took about 20 minutes, half an hour to get booked down here. This place is big in the evening, so we are sitting, as James, we're sitting in this area, but it's also over there and also on the other side as well. They say all the food is cooked to order, so it takes a while, which is fine because we're here fairly earlier than we predicted. And obviously if it's cooked fresh, it will be great. So we are sharing the camembert, and we're both having fillet steaks, so we'll see how that turns out and let you know what we think when the food arrives. Okay, our starter has arrived, which is the baked camembert with some, I'm not sure what that thing is in the middle, and some focaccia bread. And this is a sharing platter that was about £9.
Okay.
For this, the Keeling Cow, you pay per item, so probably end up working out the most expensive meal we've had, but hey, hopefully it'll be nice. This looks good. Okay, we finished our starter, which was okay. The cheese, which I thought was a camembert, but James said it's an English cheese, could have had a more of a sort of ripe taste to it, and it had like a date chutney, which was quite nice. And the bread was a little bit stale. We were just saying that I sound like I'm moaning about everything, don't I? But we were saying that P&O don't do bread that well. Anyway, it was a nice sharing starter. So we've both got steaks coming, so we'll see what they're like. Okay, our main courses have arrived. We both got the fillet steak, although James's steak is twice the size of my steak. But anyway, looks good. We'll see what it tastes like. Okay, we've finished our main courses, which were okay. Nothing amazing to write home about. And this happened a couple of times now. They've our main courses have arrived before our starter plates were cleared, so they frantically clear our starters to then present our main courses. But it wasn't bad, but it wasn't amazing either. So we're going to pass on dessert and go and have dessert in the buffet instead. So we went up to the buffet to see if they had any desserts, but they had about 4 desserts that were not very inspiring. So we came to Ripples, which is the gelato place, and James has got a Knickerbocker Glory. Which, how much did that cost? £6. So that was £6.60, and I've got 2 scoops of ice cream. Oh, we're back at the cabin. I think it's about 8:30 now, so we've eaten at the Keel & Cow, which is okay. We chose not to have dessert there. We went up to the buffet to see if they had anything up there, but they had about 4 or 5 desserts that were not very appealing. So we went to Ripples and had some ice cream there, and you can't really go wrong with that. We're just at the back at the cabin while James changes his shoes, and you can see this fantastic view that we have from our balcony, watching a beautiful sunset later on a very calm ocean. And obviously this is one of the advantages of having a forward-facing balcony. You get these amazing views, but of course you do have to contend with it being more susceptible to any kind of up and down turbulence from the boat, which we've had for the last couple of nights. But luckily last night we got into the fjords fairly quickly, so it wasn't too bad. But anyway, we're going to go for a wander, but I think I will call it a day there on this week's video, and we will see you next Sunday. So we head out on the sea again for our next adventure and our last port call. So join us next week, and make sure you've hit the subscribe button and the like button so you're alerted when the new video goes live, and you can see what we did on our last excursion day before we have a sea day and then head back to Southampton.
Ain't worried if I'm up by the lakeside. No, I don't really care what we do, 'cause everything just falls by the wayside when I take time with you. Am I crazy for not wanting to chase lights? No, I just want a table for 2. No, I don't need a reason to make time for date night with you. You and me alone, better than all the pictures on my phone. How could I not give in, baby? How could I ever say no? Too good to be true, but we're living our dream. In the light on the roof, but we're still in our jeans. It's you and I.